So hello and good morning. Welcome to the Vitek webinar, The World of Audio Possibilities with IP Audio Systems, in partnership with our long-standing partner of Axis Communications. My name is Steve Mundell. Some of you may know me. I may deal with you over the last few years. I actually found out this week that I've been at the business for 9 years, which just shows the sort of togetherness we have here. I've been working here as a business development manager and project manager for that period of time, and I'll be your host today. What we'll be covering during the webinar today, we'll be introducing you to IP audio, and we'll cover the benefits it may have to you and how it works on a sort of non-technical level. So we're not going too techy into this, maybe later in the Q&A, but to begin with, we're just doing this as an overview to introduce you to it. This will be how IP audio works with other security products as well. So how you can amalgamate it with camera systems, access control, video management across multiple industries. So this is not sort of a one item for one sort of industry. It can be the same units used across many. Vitek will also identify the benefits of working with ourselves and our trusted partner, Axis. So let's kick off then. Today with us, we've got some guest speakers. David Needham from Axis is an IP audio specialist. Peter Curry as well, who's a solutions specialist. And Phil Drew, who's managing director at Vitek and a good friend of mine. We'll then invite you to a poll to see if you'd like some more information about these products and solutions. And at the end, also some Q&A. So you can get your questions across to us, and between us, I'm sure we can answer. So first up is David. He will go through with you what IP audio is, how it works, and its benefits. So over to you, David.
Hello, so for the next few minutes I'll take you through what we mean when we talk about network audio and exactly how Axis audio products can be used for real-world applications. So where are Axis network audio products used? Well, they can be used in three main areas: security, public address, and background music. And when we talk about security, what we mean is that we can use the audio for a deterrence, or we can use it for analytics. So deterrence is pretty self-explanatory. You can talk to the speaker and tell somebody to move away from the building, for example. Analytics means that we can use this with some form of analytics. Most commonly, this is used with an Axis camera, where the Axis camera can detect somebody intruding onto a site and then make the speaker play a message. By public address, what we're talking about here is basically functions such as paging, mass notification, and marketing. So for paging, this means where you make an announcement and ask a particular member of staff to come to the main desk, for example. Mass notification is where you will speak to a whole group of speakers, maybe an entire building, maybe an entire university campus. And marketing means that we can place scheduled announcements. So in a retail environment, this could be advertisements for special offers. In other sorts of environments, it could be reinforcing the social distancing messaging and standards that you have. And for background music, we can either stream directly into a speaker, we can load music onto an SD card that sits inside the speaker, or we can use line in. And what we mean by line in is where you take the audio from another device, such as a CD player or mobile phone, and use that as the source of your background music. All of the Axis speakers can be used for all of these. So if I give you an example, during the day in a retail store, you may have background music playing, and these may be interrupted by paging announcements and advertising announcements. But at night, when the store is closed, if somebody breaks in, then the speakers can be told to play a message. So next, let's take a look at what is network audio and what are the benefits. Well, network audio is where we send audio signals over a computer network. So this is something you're probably already doing in your private life if you have a Spotify account or you're using something of a music streaming service. The music is stored in a separate place and is sent over a computer network to the device that you're listening to it on. This brings us to what is a network speaker. Well, a network speaker is a speaker. It looks like a normal speaker, but it has a network device inside it. And what this means is that we can then connect that speaker directly to your existing network. So there's no need to have additional wiring put into your place of business. You can simply connect the speaker directly to the network. And what this means is that it's very simple to expand and add speakers to your site without the cost of running additional cables. So if we compare a traditional system versus a network speaker system, on the left hand side of the screen you can see that there are several components needed with a traditional system. You have all of the speakers and all of the dedicated wiring for those speakers. That then goes back to a central location where there is amplifiers, preamps, a streaming box if you're wanting to stream music, and of course only at that point does it actually connect to the network. If we look at a typical network speaker setup, you probably already have your network PoE switch, and all you simply need to do is to connect your network devices to the local network point. So one of the major benefits of network audio and IP speakers is the ability to have as many zones as you actually want on your system. So if we take this school as an example and take the classroom in the top left hand corner of the screen, this classroom can either be a zone on its own or it can be part of many other zones. The individual zone could be one speaker, or it could be 10 speakers, or even 100 speakers. So in education, what we know is that we need to have the flexibility to talk to different areas of the school at different times of the day. So in the top left-hand corner, obviously we have the school, but this classroom is also a part of this floor of classrooms. So maybe at certain times in the day you want to address or speak to this individual floor. And of course, the other possibility that you've got is that you may want to speak to all of the speakers all at the same time. And this flexible zoning is done at just the click of a mouse, so there is no need for additional rewiring or wiring. Now I'll take you through the Axis audio products. Now, we don't have the time for a technical presentation, but just to give you a quick rundown of the basics of the systems, we can either use a telephone handset to speak to the Axis speakers, or we can actually use a microphone. So the microphone you see on the left hand side of the screen is the network microphone that Axis provides. In the middle of the screen you will see 4 examples of the speakers that we have, and obviously they come in all the different shapes and sizes that you would expect for a public address system. And then finally on the right hand side of the screen there are various little black boxes there. These black boxes are very powerful and mean that we can migrate existing systems across to an IP platform, and also use them to connect audio sources such as a mobile phone or a CD player into the system, so we can use that as a source of music. So now I'll give you some case study examples of where people have actually used Axis network audio solutions. Of course, at the moment we're in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic, and you may recall that earlier on in the pandemic there were several outbreaks of COVID-19 at manufacturing plants in the UK. One of these manufacturing plants came to Axis and asked us for a solution where they could reinforce the social distancing advice that they were being told to implement at that time. One of the challenges that they had at this food manufacturer was that they had staff from all over Europe working there, and therefore not all of them had English as their first language. The solution that we put together had a series of pre-recorded audio clips in several different languages, so that when these were played at regular intervals they could reinforce the social distancing advice that was in place at that time. The system was a huge success, and there weren't any further outbreaks at this particular food manufacturer. So it was a great example of us using scheduling inside the speakers and the ability to pre-record messages and have them play at different times. The next example is a logistics company that we were working with for quite a long time. They've been using Axis Camera Station and Axis Video products for quite a long time. But what they wanted to do was to improve the working environment for their employees, but to also to be able to communicate with them about security messages. One of the great things that they found after this system was actually deployed was that by playing background music, their employees were happier, they were more productive, and they had a better retention rate amongst their employees. So as you can imagine, working in a warehouse can be pretty grim. Well, actually in this case, they turned it into quite a happy working environment for their people. The next example that we had was actually a school in the UK. So this was actually a private school. And what they wanted to be able to do was to quickly evacuate the site and to get people into the safe locations on the event of a lockdown. One of the problems that they had here was that they had huge playing fields like cricket and rugby, and they needed to be able to communicate with the students on these fields. By using the Axis speaker horns, we actually deployed a network-based solution, and actually since they installed that initial solution, they've now expanded the system to include background music in certain areas, and also to include internal speakers to reinforce again the latest social distancing advice and to inform the students of upcoming events. So here's another school example. When this customer came to us, they were actually looking to do something a little bit different. Obviously, traditionally in schools, lessons always start and end at the same time throughout the school. What this school wanted to do was to actually change the times of the lessons for the children that were attending, and to replace the traditional bell sound with different, less intrusive sounds. Once they went through the initial proof of concept, they actually understood that the system was so flexible it could do everything that they wanted to do that just wasn't possible or easy to implement with an analog solution. They used a variety of different Axis speakers, and again we continue to talk to this customer as they continue to evolve and develop their site. So the final example I'll go through is actually building site monitoring. Again, building sites are the target for many criminals and also for children who see them as playgrounds. By deploying our network audio solution in conjunction with our network video cameras, we greatly reduced the security incidents that these sites were actually experiencing. As part of the solution, the owners of the sites could either talk live to the speakers and to make an announcement, or they could actually trigger pre-recorded messages that are already preloaded inside the speakers to warn people away and to get them to move on. In this next example, I'll pass you across to my colleague Jeff. Jeff has done a great video here, which is basically around the ability to have a paging announcement sent from your mobile phone. So because Axis network speakers are connected to a network, we can use the free Axis Audio Remote app to make an announcement to either one or to many speakers.
So here I'm using the Axis Audio Remote app. This is available via the App Store on Android and iOS. First, you've got to log into the speaker that you wish to produce the message for. Select the paging option and then record your message.
The store will be closing in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Once that message is recorded, let's listen back.
The store will be closing in 2 minutes. Thank you.
And once we're happy with that, let's push that out to that edge device.
The store will be closing in 2 minutes. Thank you.
And finally, I'll share with you this little video that I shot at the weekend. In this example, you'll see that the camera is detecting different types of movement. So whether it is a human, whether it is a car or a bicycle, etc. And from these individual triggers, we can actually make a different audio message play inside my office. So I'll play this video and you can see how the system works.
Person detected on the drive. Car detected on the drive.
And finally, just to recap, the Axis Audio offering covers two main areas. So it's Axis Network Audio for security applications, which is where you can make live or pre-recorded announcements. And also we work very heavily in safety, where we can make public address announcements, advertising announcements, and also play background music. And at the end of the day, one of the major benefits of network audio is to give you the freedom to have the audio system that you want. So thank you for listening. I'll be around at the end for some more questions and answers. So for now, I'll pass you back.
Interesting there. Thank you, David. A couple of things I find really interesting with the system, and that David has touched on there, is how easy it is to change the different areas that you want to cover, and how easy it is to pre-record different messages. With analog systems, it's always been a bit of a pain to do so, but with this, it's so easy, and especially as everybody's multinational these days, in different languages, which is I think is amazing. Just to be able to have them scheduled and play whenever when they're supposed to be played. So hopefully a few things that have highlighted there by David that may be of interest to you. We'll now move on to Peter. Peter's going to go into a bit more of the end-to-end solution, how the Axis IP audio system can be amalgamated with other Axis products and so on. So let's pass you over to Peter.
Okay, so we've heard from David about the Axis audio products and how and where to use them. I want to talk to you about Axis end-to-end solutions. So that's our video management software, and how our video management software also enables you to manage and utilize other Axis products. So Axis end-to-end solutions. When people think of Axis communications, they generally think about our cameras. But more and more now, Axis is developing other elements of a solution. So audio, access control, system health monitoring, and analytics embedded in our cameras. And of course, the center of this, the video management system. So an Axis end-to-end solution includes video management software, network cameras, and network video recorders, all from one manufacturer, from Axis. And of course, to this you can add network audio solutions, network door stations, or other network devices to fully customize the solution. Now we know what an Axis end-to-end solution is, let's have a look at just 4 reasons why our customers choose the Axis end-to-end solution. Perfectly matched product. So product designed to work together from the floor upwards. This helps get the best out of every component in the solution. Simplicity. Devices designed to work together make for an easy to use solution. Scalability. Our devices and solutions are built to make it easy for our users to expand and change their system and their solutions and requirements. And a simple license model. Probably the simplest license model in the industry, and certainly no recurring license costs. So what kind of Axis video management solutions do we offer? Well, in fact, there's 2. There's Axis Companion, which is designed for smaller, more basic solutions, and Axis Camera Station for more advanced, larger systems and solutions. With Axis Companion, it's an easy and intuitive to use system and solution with up to 16 cameras per site, secure access, a mobile application, alert notifications, and support for multiple sites. There's no license cost at all to Axis Companion. It's free of charge software. But of course, we also have additional integration to Axis Control and to audio. Axis Camera Station is our more feature-rich VMS, offering a tab-based user experience with multi-site capabilities and maps. A powerful rules engine combined with action buttons enable interaction with other devices, as well as instant reporting and video redaction options on the export. So, Axis Camera Station can bring together all of our network products to form an easy-to-use, powerful surveillance solution.
Safety is a great feeling. Knowing you can protect your people and your property and focusing on what you do best. You've worked hard to build your business. Looking after it and your property should be easy. Easy-to-use video and security systems from Axis help you with security and the other things you need to make your business run smoothly and your life easier. Managing who comes in and out and who lets them in needs to be smart, so easy that anyone can handle it. Protect your whole area with a system you can tailor to meet your needs using cameras, audio, radar, and other IP products. Useful features at your fingertips, from a live view of your premises to an investigation of recorded material, and with easy export and analytics to help you take quick action. You can even use temperature cameras to detect when things aren't right, and IP cameras that monitor production. Find out what happened with the latest delivery using Smart Search. Easily protect privacy using video redaction when exporting video, and create incident reports. Axis Camera Station will help you make your life easier. Use your mobile app to overlook your premises and handle visitors, or even an extra screen to keep an eye on your customers. Get an out-of-the-box system with validated hardware and software and excellent support, or build your own system using our software together with a standard PC and servers. With easily set up triggers for automated actions, Axis Camera Station is a scalable system that never stops protecting what you've worked hard for. Axis Camera Station doesn't just protect you from intruders, it helps your business to perform better. It protects your personnel, your products, your premises. Quite simply, it protects what matters.
Okay, so I hope you found this section on Axis Video Management Systems and our end-to-end solutions useful. I'll now hand you back to Steve.
Thank you, Peter. Again, very informative. One thing I find really useful from a pre-sales point of view and a design point of view, talking with our clients and so on, is the fact that we've got a number of products across the range from one manufacturer. So it just makes it easier from a management point of view, design point of view, and ongoing support point of view. It's very good from that side of things, which is, other manufacturers don't always cover every single item. Right, and then finally, thanks, Peter. We'll go on to Phil Drew, he'll go through who we are as Vitek and Axis and our partnership, and again, benefits to you guys.
Thank you, Steve. I am Phil Drew, Managing Director of Vitek. Now we're going to go through what Vitek are all about and what we can do for you. Thank you. Vitek's name has a meaning, and this is identified in our logo strapline. Challenge technology. This is from Vi, the meaning to challenge, and tech as a shortened version of technology. Vitek was founded in 2005 as a wireless technology specialist, delivering wireless LAN for portability and mobility. We also delivered wide area network links and microwave for high-speed connections between buildings and lease line alternatives. We shall continue to do this today, but Vitek has evolved. We now have a broader set of skills as an IT infrastructure specialist that delivers from design to implementation across multiple technologies, serving the UK and Ireland. Okay. Vitek's ethos is to provide our works with health and safety always at the forefront. This is not only for our engineers, but also to ensure we adhere to our clients' governance. We understand from the health and safety executive that there were almost 700,000 workplace injuries, with 111 workers killed in 2019-20 in Great Britain alone. Vitek's aim is to deliver all of our work in the safest possible way, using the best available technology, and to set a very high standard of workmanship. Health and safety is at the core of our business, and the building blocks to how we deliver safely is to ensure Vitek continue to gain the relevant accreditations at company level, such as our Safe Contractor Award, which we have held for more than 8 years. We also provide our staff with training to achieve the certifications, but the ethos is to deliver the health and safety from the top, the management team, with NEBOSH and IOSH, as well as through to all of our engineering team, whether they are internal or external contractors. Every engineer, as a minimum, must hold ECS or CCSCS, manual handling, working at height, and asbestos awareness to be able to attend a customer site. Vitec provide a wide range of services that include wireless technologies, fibre and data cabling, network design and delivery, audio-visual systems, and IP security and surveillance. Vitec's portfolio enables businesses to use our service to provide as a one-stop shop for design, delivery, and after-sales service. From a single device to a multi-site installation, we can provide a turnkey solution. From the initial site survey, we identify the details for planning and installation, and we provide a full quotation that identifies the specifics, including all the products and services required. This can also include a lease option in tandem with access leasing for easier budgeting. Vitec serves multiple sectors and vertical markets that include education, construction, manufacturing, industrial, and distribution. Our portfolio is tailor-made for all of these markets, and we have found that our offering enables us to support our clients better. These are a few of our clients that we've successfully delivered in the last 15 years. We also provide services as a third-party contractor to organisations as their installation base. This has enabled us to work in partnership with these companies within other sectors such as retail, automotive, and residential care homes. Let Vitec assist you with the delivery of our extensive solution services, enabling you to also get the benefits of our vendor relationships to build on your existing IT or introduce new technologies into your organisation. Vitec partner with Access Communications as a vendor of choice based upon the length and breadth of their product portfolio. Access products are manufactured with open standards for video, access, and audio, combining to benefit a single platform for our clients. Vitec and Access deliver these products that are, with Access, secure by design, and in partnership with Vitec, are secured at implementation. Vitec is proud to confirm that we were the first UK company to receive Access Camera Station Specialist, which identifies Vitec as a trusted specialist delivering end-to-end access solutions. This supplements our Solutions Gold Partner accreditation that gives us access to all the latest network security technologies from Access Communications. The partnership with Access Communications delivers openness and loyalty to our brands, and our clients enable us to provide best-of-breed products and service that builds trust, hence why Vitec has remained in partnership with many of our clients, suppliers and vendors over our 15 years, as this breeds success. What does the future hold for Vitec? Well, to build on that success, we're aiming for accreditation with SSAIB, the Security Systems and Alarms Inspection Board. SSAIB is a security industry authority, approved certification body that operates within the UK. Certification with SSAIB is a mark of excellence. It promotes high standards of service and is focused on serving the certification needs of organisations providing security and safety related services. Also, alongside this, we're aiming to complete ISO 9001 to provide quality management systems. This focuses upon the business framework with an emphasis on management processes. Having an effective quality management system can benefit Vitec and our clients in many ways. These accreditations will demonstrate our ability not only as a security installer, but also as an IC infrastructure solutions provider, and show a measure of continued improvement and customer satisfaction. We'd welcome the opportunity to work with you in the future. Many thanks for your time today. I will now hand back over to Steve. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. Three things I've sort of get from that, and hopefully just wanted to highlight with yourself, is three areas: trust, care, and loyalty, where you can trust our knowledge as we're trained to be to the highest level, gold partnership with Axis. Care, we care about you and your and our engineers, and therefore we train and make sure we adhere to the highest level of health and safety for the work that we're carrying out. And also loyalty, we're always there for you, so hopefully take that on board. We'll now take a quick poll. If that's okay, we just have a minute to see if you'd like us to contact you with any more information. Okay, we'll also go on to Q&A. I'd like to introduce the panelists back as well, just so you can see everybody, and we'll go through the Q&A. I'll just go through the slides. There we go. Can we see everybody? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So we'll go through the questions. First one up is, which I think we covered, but any licensing costs if the speakers are added to Axis Camera Station?
Okay, I'll take that one. Yes, there is a license cost. So every device added to Axis Camera Station has to have a license cost. It's a core license cost, which is an Axis device license. The good news is that our speaker products come with a free license in the box. So within the box, there is a free license. So whilst there is a license requirement to add a speaker to Axis Camera Station, the license is in the box free of charge.
Okay. And how do these products integrate with existing systems with other manufacturers, or can they?
Maybe if I take that one. During my presentation, I spoke about the little black boxes that we've got. One of them is what we call an audio bridge. What that means is that we can have a system which is half network speakers and then also connect into the existing analog solution that's on site. Something else that we can also do is actually to take another little black box that we've got, which is called an Axis audio amplifier. And we can take an existing speaker and connect it to the little Axis audio amplifier, and that effectively turns that speaker into a network speaker. So the answer is yes. Using various different techniques, we can take what a customer already has and then migrate them across to a network speaker system.
Yeah, I find that very good actually. It gives us the flexibility then. We don't have to then do a complete overhaul if you've got existing speakers on site. It's not a case of having to replace all in one go. If it needs to be sort of a phased approach, yeah, that helps with the design side of things. This one's more sort of towards Vitek. What sort of on-site support options are available?
Yeah, so I'll take that one. Obviously, Vitek offer maintenance agreements alongside the warranties that come out of the box with Axis. We do preventative maintenance on site. We also offer break fix options as well, so that can be covered on an annual, pretty much up to three years on an initial installation, and obviously can be extended at the end of that particular point.
Question for myself actually, what's the warranty on the speakers? Is it 3 or 5 year?
It's 5 years now. So
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Which is good. From a pre-sales point of view, if if we wanted to quote what pre-sales would we complete Viatec to work out the requirements, i.e. what do we do when an inquiry comes through? What do we do, Phil? What's the process?
I think typically what we do is we obviously try to understand the scope that the customer is actually looking for. We obviously do a full site survey and work around, get an understanding of the specifics, and then obviously work with the end user to sit down and go through what we would propose with a solution and put it all together to make it work within a network with possibly a proof of concept, just to ensure everything is all in place before a full rollout is put in place to go forward.
Okay, and just looking at this, I don't think we have any more questions. Anything you guys want to add to the information, the webinar so far that we may not have covered already?
No, nothing as much. What I would say is that we're seeing a lot more customers starting to use network audio and sort of understanding the flexibility of it. And obviously, Axis are here to sort of obviously help Viatec, with any site surveys that you need doing. So if anybody would like to come to the Axis Experience Centre, we have that in Luton as well, where you can actually obviously walk around. So we could have a joint meeting down there if somebody wants to experience Axis products in sort of it's like an IKEA style event. You basically walk through the Axis Experience Centre and you'll see audio, video, access control and analytics all working together in a single place. So that's an open invitation for everybody as well.
I'm just sorry, just going through the questions, making sure I've got everybody here. What are the main benefits? Got another one here. What are the main benefits of network solution over an analog system? What are the instant benefits that you would see across a school by switching from analog to IP? I think that's generally been covered, doesn't it? The flexibility is one straight off the bat.
Yeah, I think the actual speed of deployment as well is what we're seeing, is that in schools have got networks throughout, everywhere in the school. So if you wanted to add a speaker, you could do it extremely quickly just by connecting to the nearest network point. So again, we see that as a major benefit. People can do it very quickly and sort of adapt the system as they go along if they want to.
We have another one here. What's the typical bandwidth requirements? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's very low. So I mean, it's nothing like sending HD video where we can be using sort of 4 to 5 megabits per second or something like that. It's down in the kilobits region anyway. And obviously we only ever actually use we only use more network traffic when we're actually sending something across the network. So if there are no announcements being made and no music actually being played, then actually there's very little network traffic at all. So it's down in the lower kilobits range.
And I think that just to go back to the previous question as well, is what's the benefits? That's the sort of thing we talked to you about in pre-sales side of things. So obviously each site is different. So we'll sort of go through that with you after the webinar, I think, on that one.
Yeah, another one of the benefits is obviously doing the survey enables you to understand the whole infrastructure of your site from day one. So because audio and obviously CCTV is a modular type system, you can start off in small areas and actually build over a period of time, a bit like a wireless network in that respect. So you can obviously identify all of the areas that require audio and then only implement when required.
Yeah, I think the other thing to say with that, to back up your point, Phil, is that an Axis speaker is an entire system in itself. It is the equalizer, the amplifier, the music streaming box. It's everything all contained. So you could start off with a single speaker in reception, playing social distancing advice, and then progress from there.
And it's all on one platform as well, which is lovely from an installation point of view as well, but also from a day-to-day management point of view for the client. And it's not something you necessarily have to have an IT background to be able to manage. So it's not always leaning on the IT team to support it. it's it's that simple. Once you've had a bit of training on it, get used to the GUI. It's it's not another baggage that's passed on to the IT just because it's on the IT network. All right, I think looking at that, that's all the questions so far. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it there. Thank you all for taking the time out and joining in our webinar. And yes, we've got the poll in, so we'll contact those that that we need to speak to. And I hope you all have a good day in the sunshine.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Goodbye.